Hello racing fans, and a warm welcome to Trackside, proudly brought to you by World Sports Betting. Bet with the best, bet with WSP. I trust that you're having a fair week, maybe backing a few winners around the globe, wherever you've been playing. Maybe you caught a few exotics as well, but hopefully it's been a good week for you. And you're looking forward to this weekend's racing. Well, we race in two centers. We race at Durbanville on Saturday, and we also race at Greyville on Sunday. And of course, Durbanville, now known as Hollywood Bets Durbanville. So we congratulate them for their naming rights as well of Kenilworth and Durbanville. Well, as always, we got 4 horses to follow for this weekend. And those 4 horses will be up as 2 trebles on the World Sports Betting menu. Let's begin at Durbanville on Saturday, where I just picked out the 1 horse that comes up in race number 4, Future Turn, for Justin Snate and Richard Faree. Now, he's got some very decent form. He's solid in the maiden ranks, 5 runs for 5 places. I've watched his races up to 1,600 meters, and the way he races, I see no issue with him going the extra 200 meters. In fact, I think it's going to suit him much better. You could say that he's been frustrating and costly to follow. Odds-on favorite his last 2 starts. He just can't put his head in front. But I just feel he's bumping the right type of field. Yes, there's form to go around. There's opposition. But what sealed the deal for me is that if you watch racing midweek, Brett Crawford had an awesome day at Durbanville. I think he had 4 winners, and one of his winners was L.A. Marie. Now, L.A. Marie ran second last time out, just in front of Future Turn in that race that was won by Masterful Guy. So that form line is looking good. It's looking bright. And I think Future Turn, and now that he's got the experience, there'll be no excuses this time round. I think he should be ready to win. He's having his first run at Durbanville, and the way he races, he gets into the race early. I think conditions could be ideal for him. Number 7, Future Turn, race number 4 at Durbanville. Then we move along to Greyville on Sunday, and I've picked out 3 horses at Greyville, and the first of the 3 will come up in race number 1. Mtombo Walisi is his name, and he comes from the stable of Clinton Bender, and I think he just fits the right profile here. His debut run was a cracking good effort behind Take a Knot, and Take a Knot is a fair sort from the Roy Magnus stable, winning next time out, running 4th in the BSA sales race behind Mover and Shaker. Clinton decided to race him on the poly track at his next start, and we're gonna just draw a line to that run. He didn't act on the surface. He was not himself on the day, and we're just gonna take it that he didn't enjoy the poly track. And then last time out, back at the Val, showed a lot of pace and speed. He looked like the right horse moving into the final 400 meters, the way he was traveling, the way he was moving. But the favorite was just too good on the day. Houston from the Candace Dawson stable came out to win, and win well. But he was the runner that stayed on best of the rest. So natural pace and speed, draw 1 at Greyville. He'll have the run of the race. Of the race runners, is an absolute standout. Now, there are a lot of first-timers in the race, and I just want to read the comments out to give you some confidence, because there is no confidence with the first-timers. Number 1, Walking on Wings will need the experience. Number 4, Future Approach will also need the experience. Number 5, Can't Catch Me will need further. Number 6, African Dust will need the experience. Number 7, Book of Dreams will need further. Will need the experience. Number 10, Flyaway Robin, and 11, Royal Major will need the run. So as you can see, I've read out those comments from the respective yards. There's no confidence at all with the first timers, and I think off the race runners, he'll just be too quick for them. He'll use his natural pace and speed from draw 1, and he'll no doubt be the horse to fetch going into the final 400 meters. Number 1, race 1 at Greyville. Then race number 2. Well, just like the first race, a lot of first-timers in the race here, race number 2. I think first, let's just touch on the comments. Just a process of elimination again, isn't it? 6 first-timers, yeah. Number 3, Girls World, lovely filly, will need further. Number 6, Miraculous Man, Peter Muscat's runner, will need the experience and further. 7, Tugela River will need the experience. Nice Horse will need the run. Number 10, Number 11, Roy's Domino, will need the run and will need the experience. Number 12, October Sun. So, no confidence again, like the first with any of these first timers. And I think the door is left wide open here for number 1, Global Dollar. Now, his 2 starts have been at Scottsville, down the lane over 1,200 meters, but it's a massive plus that he goes around the turn at Greyville and he's drawn pole position. You could say that he's been unfancied in both his runs to date, and now he should be priced up as favorite. So how confident can you be? Well, 40 to 1, 33 to 1. He's improved in both starts, 5 lengths, 3 lengths. And then this field, well, there's really not much that jumps off the page of the race runners. Nothing inspires confidence at all. And I think the Mike Miller yard have found the right race for him to break the maiden, number 1, Global Dollar. So he is going to be a confident choice here in race number 2. And as I read out, those first timers, we're taking it on those comments that none of them are fancied. And then one more runner at Greyville on Sunday, and that comes up in race number 4. Now, this race, I think, could be a form line to follow, because there are few horses here that look talented that are going to go on and win their fair share of races. And one of them is a horse called Captain of the Green, who's trained by Garrett Van Zyl. He's the son of Gimme the Green Light, and he's bred by Drakenstein, and of course owned by 2 of my very good mates, Dayanand Chinsami, Marlon Naika, and the Bayer Racing Club, who I'm the nominee for. Now, first time out, you could see he was unfancied, and I'll tell you that, you know, the stable and myself and Dayanand and Marlon, we weren't expecting much in the race from him first time out. We were expecting a good run for him to show himself, but he really caught the eye. And I say this because he was poorly drawn at Scottsville over 1,400 meters. He was so dumb and so green for most of the race. He did not know anything. He did not know what racing was all about. Turning into the home straight, he had many lengths to make up. In fact, when you go into the final 400 meters, he was so far back, I just thought he was going to run closer to last and closer to the front runners. Even going into the final 200 meters, he was nowhere to be seen. And then something just clicked. He changed legs and he found a stride, and over the final 100 meters, he just got going and he absolutely flew. In fact, he was the fastest 400 to finish. He flew because if you watch him, I'd say, you know, a few strides past the post, maybe 50 to 100 meters past the post, he actually passes the entire field. That's how quick he was going. So that was a very encouraging, pleasing run. What's really nice is that from that form line, without question, has won, American Dream has won, and I kept a very close eye on a horse called Johnny's Hope midweek for Com Naidu, who was also in the same race. And Johnny's Hope, he has since come out to run 3rd, and I said kept a close eye on him midweek. I thought he looked like the right horse in that field. And he ran a good race, but he just found one better on the day. There was an objection with Johnny's Hope. I think it was a jockey that objected against the winner, but that objection was overruled and the result stood. But coming back to this horse, Captain of the Green, well, there's plenty of scope for natural improvement to come. And he's been around the turn at Scottsville. I see no issue with him going around the turn at Greyville. But the one concern will be, you know, on how alert he's going to be this time around when the starter says go. Because last time out, he seemed to be lost for most of the way. And he certainly can't, you know, give away start this time around, because it's a shorter running as you turn into the straight at Greyville. So it all depends on how far back he is, because he's going to find a finish. We know that. We saw it last time out. He is going to find a finish, and I'm hoping that Athandiwe Mgutla, who had a wonderful midweek meeting at Greyville, I think he had 3 winners. He's riding well, he's riding on a high, and he's getting more chances. He's growing in confidence as well, and I'm hoping that he can give this horse a nice ride. And he does a lot of work with all Garrett's horses, and in particular this horse as well. So number 7, Captain of the Green, I would have preferred it to have been 1,600 meters. That would have been ideal. It would have been preferable, but he's going over 1,400 meters again. And whilst there is opposition, there's some really nice horses in this field. I think he's the horse that they're all going to have to beat. So you got the 4 horses, 2 trebles will be up on the World Sports Betting menu. You have a wonderful weekend punting wherever you are punting around the globe. And if you're punting local racing at Durbanville and Greyville, hopefully everything goes according to plan. As always, on behalf of World Sports Betting, thanks to all the punters, but more importantly and more especially, thanks to you, the valued customer. Have an awesome weekend. Until next week, you take care. Salaniga Ashley.